Hello and welcome to Bite Size History, History of the United Kingdom, brought to you by AI Cast. I'm your host Aidan. Today, we'll be delving into the development of early Iron Age society and economy, discussing how the introduction of iron transformed various aspects of life, from agriculture and warfare to trade and social organization. The arrival of ironworking in Britain marked a major turning point in the island's history, with the new metal's abundance and durability revolutionizing daily life and driving significant technological and social advancements. Join us as we uncover the story of the early Iron Age society and economy and explore how these crucial developments laid the foundation for the later stages of the Iron Age. One of the most significant changes during the early Iron Age was the impact of iron on agriculture. The introduction of iron tools, such as plows, sickles, and spades, allowed for more efficient farming practices, leading to increased productivity and a shift towards more settled, agrarian communities. Iron plows, in particular, revolutionized agriculture by enabling farmers to till heavier and more compact soils, which had previously been unsuitable for cultivation. This allowed for the expansion of arable land, leading to a greater overall food supply and supporting larger, more stable populations. Additionally, iron tools allowed for more efficient clearance of forests, making way for the establishment of new farms and settlements. This process, known as assarting, was particularly important in heavily wooded regions, such as the Weald in southeast England. Iron's arrival in Britain had a transformative effect on warfare. The increased availability and durability of iron weapons, such as swords, spears, and axes, meant that communities could arm themselves more effectively and engage in more frequent and intense conflicts. As a result, warfare became more prevalent during the early Iron Age, with competition for resources and territory often leading to violent clashes between rival groups. The archaeological record provides ample evidence of conflict during this period, including hill forts, weapons, and human remains bearing signs of violent injury. Hill forts, which began to appear in greater numbers during the early Iron Age, were large, fortified settlements that often occupied prominent hilltop positions. These fortified communities served multiple purposes, including providing protection for the inhabitants and their livestock, as well as acting as symbols of power and authority. As ironworking became more widespread in Britain, the demand for iron tools, weapons, and other objects grew. This, in turn, led to an increasing need for skilled ironworkers, including smelters, who processed the raw iron ore, and smiths, who shaped the metal into various forms. The rise of specialized ironworkers had significant implications for the broader society. Prior to the Iron Age, most people in Britain lived in small, relatively self-sufficient communities, where each individual or family had a range of responsibilities, including farming, hunting, and crafting tools. The advent of ironworking, however, created a demand for specialized labor, leading to the rise of distinct occupational groups focused on different aspects of metal production and craftsmanship. As we discussed in our previous episode, the growth of specialized occupations allowed for greater efficiency and productivity, as individuals focused on honing their specific skills. This, in turn, fostered the development of more advanced and intricate techniques, leading to the creation of higher quality tools and weapons that further propelled the Iron Age's technological advancements. The growth of specialized industries and the production of high-quality iron tools and weapons encouraged the development of trade and exchange networks, both within Britain and with neighboring regions in Europe. Iron tools, weapons, and other goods produced in one area would be traded for items produced elsewhere, such as pottery, textiles, or food. These trade networks connected different regions of Britain, promoting the exchange of goods, resources, and ideas, and contributing to the cultural diversity of the early Iron Age. The growth of trade networks also encouraged the development of transportation infrastructure, such as roads and river routes, which further connected different regions and facilitated economic activity. Trade during the early Iron Age was not just limited to neighboring regions but also extended to more distant areas in Europe. The discovery of Mediterranean artifacts, such as wine amphorae and fine pottery, in early Iron Age contexts in Britain attests to the existence of long-distance trade connections. While these items were likely accessible only to the elite, their presence highlights the reach and complexity of Iron Age trade networks. The increasing complexity of early Iron Age societies, along with the growth of specialized industries and trade, led to greater social stratification. Those who controlled access to resources, such as iron ore deposits or valuable trade goods, would have wielded significant power and influence. As discussed in our previous episode, the construction of monumental earthworks and elaborate burials, often containing a wealth of grave goods, attests to the emergence of powerful and influential leaders within early Iron Age society. These individuals likely held considerable authority, both in terms of their control over resources and their ability to mobilize and coordinate large groups of people for projects such as the construction of hill forts or the defense of their territories. Furthermore, the archaeological record suggests that some early Iron Age communities were organized around a central figure or chieftain, who would have held significant authority within their community. The emergence of these chieftains or local leaders marks an important step in the development of more complex social and political structures in Iron Age Britain. The early Iron Age saw a flourishing of art and craftsmanship, with metalwork, pottery, and other crafts becoming increasingly sophisticated and intricate. As we discussed in our previous episode, the development of specialized occupations allowed for greater skill and creativity in various crafts, leading to the production of elaborate and high-quality objects. Art and craftsmanship played a significant role in early Iron Age society, not only in terms of practical applications, such as the creation of tools and weapons, but also as a means of expressing identity, status, and cultural affiliations. For example, distinctive regional pottery styles helped to differentiate different communities, while the inclusion of imported or high-quality items in burials likely signaled the status and wealth of the deceased individual. Moreover, art and craftsmanship had important social functions in terms of forging connections and alliances between different groups. The exchange of valuable and skillfully crafted objects, such as metalwork, would have played a role in establishing and maintaining relationships between different communities and their leaders. This, in turn, would have been crucial in navigating the complex social and political landscape of the early Iron Age. The development of early Iron Age society and economy was shaped by the introduction of iron and its transformative effects on various aspects of life. From revolutionizing agriculture and warfare to fostering the growth of specialized occupations and trade networks, the Iron Age marked a period of significant change and innovation. As we have seen, these developments had far-reaching implications for the social, economic, and cultural landscape of Britain during this time. The emergence of more complex social and political structures, along with the flourishing of art and craftsmanship, laid the groundwork for the further developments that would unfold during the Middle and Late Iron Age. In our next episode, we'll explore the art and craftsmanship of the early Iron Age in greater detail, examining the creative techniques and styles that set this period apart. Join us as we continue our journey through the fascinating history of Iron Age Britain. Thank you for listening. If you liked the show, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time on Bite Size History.